Today, you have to discuss about the application of Guzzler. Already, you must have understood the Guzzler. Guzzler, what it tells, the charge distribution of any charge will be enclosed by the closed surface, and the total flux linked equal to total charge upon epsilon naught. So, the first application of Guzzler is to find out the electric field intensity due to an infinitely long straight uniformly charged conductor. This is the long straight conductor. This is the long straight conductor. The charge is distributed uniformly. The charge is distributed uniformly. The question, once I told you that for any distribution of charge is being distributed uniformly throughout the long straight conductor. The distribution of charge is called the linear charge distribution here. So at every point you can get the electric field intensities along this side, along this side also you can get the electric field intensities. Our target is to find out the electric field intensity at any point due to the uniformly charged long straight conductor. So P be a point. P be a point as at a distance r from the conductor, charged conductor, where we want to find out the electric field intensity. First of all, the Q is the charge given to the conductor, where we already have given the charge Q, and lambda is the linear charge density. Linear charge density means total charge Q upon L. L is the length of the conductor, and Q equal to lambda into L, and L is the length of the conductor. And if you apply the Guzzler, before applying the Guzzler, we will be searching for the enclosed surface. Here in this case, what will be the enclosed surface? The enclosed surface must be in the cylindrical form, like that. The cylindrical form, closed surface is enclosing the charged conductor. Clear? And here, if you apply the Guzzler here, what will happen? Because the electric fluxes will be directed along this way. The electric fluxes will be directed along this way and along this way. In all the three cases, in three-dimensional cases, along this way, this way, this way, and this way. And we have to select the different surfaces here. What are the different surfaces? First surface is the plane surface. This is the plane surface, surface number 1. And this is the another plane surface, that is surface number 2. And another is the curved surface, that is the surface number 3. So what will be the flux linked to the closed surface? Means 2 plane surface plus 1 curved surface. If I apply the Gauss law, what is the formula for the Gauss law? The E vector dot ds vector integration, that is the total flux link, equal to Q upon epsilon naught. What is the value of Q? Q equal to lambda into L, lambda L upon epsilon naught. So what is that E vector dot ds vector? That E vector dot ds vector, that is the total flux linked to the closed surface. This must be equal to the flux linked to the surface 1 plus flux linked to the surface 2, E dot ds surface 2 plus flux linked to the surface 3. Because the closed surface is combination of these three surfaces. So in case of the fast surface, what happens here? In case of fast surface, if you consider the fast surface, what happens here? If you take the elementary area ds and ds vector will be directed along this way, and electric field intensity is along this way. The angle between ds vector and electric field intensities will be 90 degree. So in these cases you are finding EDS cos 90 degree. Surface number 1. Surface number 2 also you are finding the same. E is along this direction, DSL is along this direction. So EDS cos 90 degree. Plus the third surface you are finding. For the third surface, this is the surface, small element, E is along this direction and DS is along this direction. You are finding EDS cos 0 degree. So what happens here? So EDS cos 90 degree, this is the 0 plus EDS cos 90, that is equal to 0, plus here in this case you are finding EDS integration. and this is equal to E into S. The total flux linked to the total closed surface equal to E into S. And you are finding this ES according to the Gauss law, that ES equal to, you are finding ES equal to Q upon epsilon naught, that is lambda L upon epsilon naught, or E into, what is that S? S equal to, what is that S? What is the curved surface area? Curved surface area equal to 2 pi R multiplied with the L. So curved surface area 2 pi R multiplied with L, that is equal to lambda L upon epsilon naught, or E equal to lambda by 2 pi epsilon naught into R. This is the electric field intensity at a point, at a distance of R from the uniformly charged conductor. This can be written in another form also, because E equal to 2 lambda upon 4 pi epsilon naught into R. So because I am writing that is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught, 2 lambda upon R. Why I am writing? Because you know the value of 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Whenever you are solving the numericals, you can write in this manner so that you can get the values 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, that is equal to 9 into 10 to the power 9. So overall we are finding here the electric field intensity at a point due to a long straight conductor, infinitely long straight conductor. This will be that is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught, 2 lambda upon R. So if it is the long straight conductor like that, and you are finding the electric field intensities along this way and this way also, you can get electric field intensity along this direction. So this is all about the electric field intensity due to a infinitely long straight conductor. In the next video, I will tell you that how the electric field intensity can be calculated at any point due to a uniformly charged sheet, metal sheet, or any charged lamina. Thank you.